Hello everyone, my name is Monica. Welcome to my channel. This channel is about how to take charge of your mind and emotions when you feel like they don't listen to you, right? So today I want to talk about how to deal with the hard times in life. Yes. Now what do hard times mean? Usually it means that your mind is against you. So there are three things that you need to consider regarding this aspect. So the first thing is don't adapt the me versus the universe mentality. Now that's a stupid mentality to adapt because guess what? You can never win. So if you think that the whole universe is against you, you will never win. And the only thing that can actually make you believe such nonsense is your mind, because your life doesn't have any kind of problem with interacting with this universe. Actually, you wouldn't be alive for a minute if your life wouldn't respond and interact with everything around you at all the time. Like what the trees are exhaling, you are inhaling. That's the oxygen that you breathe. So if you feel that the universe is against you, or you're lonely or depressed, or people don't understand you, or you feel overwhelmed by these things, you must understand it has nothing to do with life. It's just your mind talking to you all this nonsense, right? So don't fall into that trap. Now, another thing that you need to understand is that there are only two things that you can suffer regarding your mind. That's your memory and imagination. What does that mean? Memory means that something that happens in the past, you still suffer it today, right? So that's not a good mentality, because if you're suffering your past, what can you do in your present? Not much, right? And then the second one is imagination, which means that something that may happen in the future, now it didn't even happen and you're already suffering. So what is that, right? These things are not real. The only way to be is in the present moment. Now, from the present moment, you can draw conclusions upon the past. And don't forget that whatever issues you have in your life, that's a good thing. Let me tell you something. I have more problems now than I ever had in my life, because I am involved into multiple projects and I actually have a life. So if you have issues in your life, that means you actually have a life. You know, when you'll be in a coffin, I'm sure you won't have any issues. You'll be pretty peaceful. So take that as something that is a good thing. That means that things are happening to you. And the only way to not get overwhelmed by all these issues is that you yourself, like I said, are never ever the issue. You are in control of your mind, you are in control of your faculties, you are in control of your past, you are in control of your future in terms of how you perceive them today. And please understand about these things, like whatever happened in the past, it's just a lesson to learn and it's irrelevant in the present. And what may happen tomorrow, don't think so much about that. You should only think about that when you need to plan something, because we do have to plan our lives. But never think about the future like trying to draw millions of conclusions. Millions of things could happen in your future and in your life. And please understand that you don't have the intelligence to really understand them all and predict them. So let all things happen to you. Let things that you never imagined possible happen to you. And in order to do that, like I said, you need to make sure that you fix yourself first. And the rest will come. What needs to happen will happen. Yes. So stop trying to analyze your past and your future all the time, because it will make your mind go crazy. You don't need to do that. You just need to make sure that you are in the present moment, because that's the only doorway to life. Don't forget that. One. And two, you are never the issue. So whatever happened, you are never the issue, and you're accepting the present moment. And on that scaffold, on that, there you have a leverage to actually build a future that you want to build, right? As long as you're going to live in the past, now you'll never be able to build anything in the present. As long as you're going to imagine the future, you will always get it wrong. And why do you need to imagine it? I want in my life for things to happen to me that I never imagined possible. So you should exceed your expectations, don't create them. You have no business living in the mind, in the past. Live in the present moment. And when you're thinking about the past, it's also in the present moment. When you're imagining your future, it's also in the present moment. So you need to understand that you're not suffering life, you're suffering your own intelligence. Millions of years this mind evolved so that you can have the privilege of using it how you want today, and now you're not. So don't do that to yourself. It's not good for you. Okay, so the third thing that you need to understand is that this mind is a very, very complex mechanism. Like I said, it evolved for millions of years to get to this stage. And it doesn't exactly come with the user's manual, right? So you need to learn how to use it. You need to figure it out before it's too late. You need to understand how it works. You need to understand that your mind should listen to you, not the other way around. Your mind should be like a trained dog. Yes, you fetch something, you throw something, and it brings it back to you, right? You tell it to sit, it sits. You tell it to stand, it stands. You tell it to run, it runs. So that's how the mind should be used. And the secret to you to do that is to not get caught up in this past or present. Don't suffer your faculties that were given to you. Yes. So if you have any kind of issues with these kind of things, please let me know. I can help you out. I've been studying this for years and I understand them better than you think. So you can write me on Facebook or schedule a free call with me. So that being said, thank you so much for your time. And remember, you are not your body. You are not your mind. You are not your emotion.